What's happening there, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take with me, Blake Neiman. And Los Angeles, California, no more fitting place for stars to come out and shine. There you can find movie stars, music stars, and this past week you were able to find MLB All-Stars as the All-Star Game returned to Hollywood for the first time in, ironically, 42 years. 42, the number of both Dodger and sports legend Jackie Robinson. Monday, the festivities got kicked off with the Home Run Derby, where the Pacific Northwest was well represented by the Mariners' standout rookie Julio Rodriguez, who had it in a coming out party at the Derby as he hit a combined 63 homers in the first two rounds to knock out both Corey Seager and the two-time defending champion Pete Polar Bear Alonso. On the other side of the bracket, legend Albert Pujols pushed Juan Soto to an extra tiebreak round, but the 23-year-old superstar ultimately was able to prevail and eliminate the Hall of Famer in likely his last derby ever. This set up a final between two of the game's bright young stars in the J-Rod Show and Juan Soto. Ultimately, Julio was burned out after the first two rounds and had not much left in the tank, posting still a solid 18 homers, but nothing like the 30 homers he hit in each of the first two rounds. This gave Juan Soto an opportunity to avenge his loss in last year's Derby final, and that's just what he did, edging out Rodriguez in the final round to claim the Derby title and the $1 million prize money. Now Rodriguez will get his opportunity at ultimate redemption in next year's Home Run Derby at his home field in Seattle. The theme of home runs carried over from the Derby into the All-Star Game the very next day, as every run with the exception of one that was scored in the 92nd All-Star Game ever was by way of home run. The Summer Classic got underway with two of Hollywood's biggest names when it comes to baseball in Shohei Ohtani, the two-way rising star, facing off against Dodger legend Clayton Kershaw. Ohtani won the battle of the two LA stars, getting the hit off Kershaw to lead things off. However, Kershaw would get the last laugh in the end, picking off Ohtani at first. The NL would then be the first to strike offensively as fellow Dodger star Mookie Betts had an RBI single, which was then followed up by a Shane McClanahan solo blast, giving the National League a 2-0 lead at the end of one. Yet, that would be the last bit of offensive action the NL would see for the rest of the game, as they managed just one hit over the course of the final 8 innings. The AL, meanwhile, were able to bring their bats to life in the 4th inning thanks to a 2-run homer by Giancarlo Stanton, who would eventually go on to be named the All-Star Game MVP, joining Mariano Rivera and Derek Jeter as the only two Yankees ever to win the award. The very next batter after Giancarlo Stanton, Byron Buxton, then set one over the fence himself to give the American League enough run support to claim their 9th consecutive victory over the National League in the All-Star Game. The all-time series record is now 47-43-2 in favor of the American League. We'll see next year if the NL can snap the streak or if the AL will keep rolling to 10 straight. Overall, it was a great couple of days in the City of Angels, but the chase for the pennants now begins. The brace for the wildcard spots and the division titles will be interesting, with so many teams finding their groove before the All-Star break. We will see how that momentum carries over into the second half of the season and which teams will be left standing at the end of it. I'm excited for more baseball. It's been a great All-Star weekend. Can't wait till it comes to the Pacific Northwest next year in Seattle. Very excited for that. And so you can keep up on all that's going on in the second half of the MLB action. Hopefully the Mariners can keep it rolling, but you can keep up to date on all of the teams that you so choose here on Blake's Take on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. Subscribe and like to stay up to date on all your local and national sports. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.